Good evening. Some major changes to the landscape of international rugby have been confirmed by World Rugby here in Paris today. Notably, the expansion of the next World Cup in 4 years' time from 20 teams to 24. They've also confirmed the introduction of a Nations Championship. This new competition will feature 12 teams. It will start from 2026. It will replace the July and November test windows with a final played every 2 years. The aim is to try to align the northern and southern hemisphere calendars and also give greater meaning to those summer and autumn tests.
You know, I personally believe it is a truly historic day. As Bill said, a lot of people have worked very hard for a very long time to get us to this point, and we have a better future for men's 15s rugby, and we have a better future for women's 15s rugby to build on the pathways that we've already put in place in sevens rugby, and that's a really, really important opportunity. There are more opportunities, there's more certainty for more nations as a result of today's decisions than there's ever been.
Meanwhile, England prepared to play the game no one really wants to play, the third fourth place playoff against Argentina. In the background, World Rugby continued to investigate the claim by Tom Curry that he was racially abused by South African hooker Bungi Mbanambi. England attack coach Richard Wigglesworth insists it's not a distraction.
No, I'm sure it won't be. We get stuck into our prep for Argentina. The process is the process. We've no knowledge of how long that's going to go on for and the outcome. But we have to get ready for Argentina. Every week, there is always some sort of thing that you could be distracted by. When you think this is international rugby, there's lots of noise around it. It's still noise that isn't about Friday night and our prep and our desire to finish in the right way.
How is Tom Curry?
Tom's good. He's obviously he's been thrown into it, but as I say, he's a very, very impressive young man.
Steve Borthwick's tenure as England head coach began badly. A fourth-placed finish in the Six Nations, which included a 50-point drubbing by France, then 3 defeats out of 4 in August. But the performance against South Africa in the semi-final has given England fans hope. In particular, the emergence of young players Ben Earl, Alex Mitchell and George Martin. The question now is, can England adapt their game to play a more expansive and entertaining style of rugby?
The style of play hasn't captured the imagination of England rugby fans. And is Steve the right man to do that, do you think?
Yeah, we believe he's the right man to do that. And everyone wants to play winning rugby, and you want to entertain as well. So we want to make sure it's as expansive and open as it can possibly be. But Steve will be fully involved in that in terms of how we're evolving the high-performance side, the academy structures, what we're doing with the professional clubs. So, yeah, he's the right man for that.
So he has your backing for another 4 years?
It's the long-term commitment. So, yeah, that's the deal we have, and that's what we're working on in terms of making sure we've got a more competitive England team on a consistent basis.
Meanwhile, the main event takes place on Saturday night, South Africa versus New Zealand in the World Cup final. Both teams looking to make history by becoming the first to win 4 World Cups. New Zealand trained in front of the cameras today, looking very relaxed indeed. They have a clean bill of health. The only selection issue for them, whether to start Lock Brodie Retallick or Sam Whitelock. New Zealand suffered a record defeat to South Africa before the start of this tournament at Twickenham, but they look a very different outfit now and say they hold no fears about South Africa's so-called bomb squad. They're a pack of forwards that come off the bench and cause havoc.
We could take some gas out of that bomb, wouldn't it? They, as I said it before, they've got their DNA as a 4-pack, and it shifts momentum for them. But we've got trust in our plan this week, and we believe we'll be able to be there right to the end.
Every kid, growing up, you sort of have that thought, oh man, one day I'd love to be there, but to make it a reality and to go through all the hard yards, getting to this game, it's making out it's going to be a big one, and this is the game that we got to leave it all out there. So looking forward to it.
So that's the picture here in Paris. Steve Borthwick names his England team to play Argentina tomorrow, a game that will be a farewell for many of this England squad.